As average temperatures rise across the globe, air quality can also change. That looks like longer and stronger pollen seasons, which can trigger asthma attacks and allergies, hotter temperatures and changing weather patterns, which can make air pollution worse by increasing the density of dangerous particles, and more frequent droughts that can lead to wildfires, which release dangerous pollutants into the air. Young children, people with asthma and respiratory conditions, older adults, and people with compromised immune systems are more at risk of being harmed. Work that can help communities prepare includes collaborating with community partners to set up health-focused air quality alert systems and educating residents on how to check alerts to know when it's safe to exercise outside.
Assalamualaikum and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome everyone to today's forum on pollution issue and its management. My name is HAFIZA and I will be moderating our discussion today. We have a panel of experts here to discuss the various issues, implications and challenges associated with air pollution. We will also explore the risk management cycle and potential mitigation strategy. Many thanks to all of you for being willing to join this forum. Before we start the discussion, let me call an environmental scientist as panel 1, Ms. NISA, to brief about the pollution issues that arise nowadays. Now, let's dive into our discussion.
Thank you, moderator. I am NISA, an environmental scientist with expertise in air pollution. Pollution is a looming threat to our environment and our health. It stems from the presence of dangerous elements caused by both natural and human-induced pollutants. There are three main types of pollution: air, water, and land. Among them, air pollution is the worst pervasive and harmful. Let's explore air pollution. Air pollution is hazardous to the environment and human health. It can lead to the formation of smoke, a visible haze consisting of fine particles and ground-level ozone. Smoke reduces visibility, irritates the respiratory system, and contributes to the respiratory disorders. Prolonged exposure to air pollution has been linked to various health problems, including asthma, lung cancer, heart disease, and premature death. Additionally, air pollution worsens environmental issues like global warming and climate change. Greenhouse gas emission trap heat, resulting in rising temperatures, disrupted weather patterns, melting ice caps, rising sea levels, and extinction of plant and animal species.
Thank you, Ms. NISA. By looking at the presentation from panelist 1, we are able to figure out that the pollution issue that has become the hot issue nowadays is air pollution. So, without wasting our time, I would like to proceed with our first topic for discussion, which is open burning. It has become a concerning residential pollution issue in many communities. Let me call an expert in pollution issues to present on the air pollution issue. Panelist 2, Ms. ATIQAH, can you shed some light on the risks and implications of open burning?
Okay, absolutely. Thank you, moderator. So, there is one article in May 2023 stated that the fire department has received more than 4,000 cases of open burning since January 2023 until now. Dato Abdul Wahab Mayasik also said that the case is where the people burn their waste, wheat, field, and also the forest. The action of the open burning that seems to be harmless to people is actually releasing the toxic chemical like nitrogen oxide and sulfur dioxide that can pollute the air. Then, the implication of this action is people who are exposed to this pollutant may have irritated eyes and nose, difficulty breathing, coughing, and also get an headache.
Absolutely, panelist 2, which is Miss Atika. So, open burning contributes to the severe haze that affect not only Malaysia but neighboring countries like Indonesia as well. So, the environmental degradation caused by open burning will produce climate change and global warming. And it is crucial to raise awareness about the harmful consequences of open burning and implement stricter regulations to minimize this practice.
Thank you for highlighting the risks and implications of open burning. Now, let's shift our focus to industrial emissions. How do industrial activities contribute to air pollution? And what are the associated problems?
Okay. The industrial activity contribute to the air pollution when they emit the carbon dioxide as a reaction of the fuel combustion from the industrial. So the excessive of this gas become one of the major of the greenhouse gas. In fact, there are other gases like methane and nitrous oxide are the primary greenhouse gases in the Earth's atmosphere. And human activity are the ones that result in the concentration of all these gases. Furthermore, greenhouse gas emission impact the climate, which is a global issue with considerable negative consequences for economic growth, human health, and also natural resources availability.
I completely agree, panelist 3. Industrial air pollution can contribute to environmental degradation, such as acid rain and climate change, both of which can have severe consequences for human health and the ecosystem.
So, thank you for elaborating on the issues associated with industrial emissions. Our final topic of discussion is vehicle smoke. So, how does vehicle exhaust contribute to air pollution? And what can be done to address this issue?
The problem that arises from the smoke for the vehicle is responsible more than half of the nitrogen oxide in our atmosphere. This nitrogen produce ground level ozone and particulate matter where the soot visible in the vehicle exhaust. Additionally, even though the heavy-duty vehicle represent only 5% of all vehicles on the road, yet they hold more than 25% of transportation related to the global warming emission and large level of air pollution.
I couldn't agree more. So it is crucial to enforce strict regulations and conduct surprise inspection to ensure that the vehicles meet emission standards. So additionally, promoting the use of cleaner fuels, investing in public transportation, and incentivizing the adoption of electric vehicles also will help to mitigate the impact of vehicle exhaust on air pollution.
Thank you all panelists for highlighting all these key issues. So, based on all discussion about the air pollution issue, I'm able to see that there are many situations that may lead to the air pollution occurring, such as open burning, industrial emissions, and also vehicle smoke. All of these issues must be solved quickly as the content of fumes or gas that are released have chemical ingredients that are dangerous like carbon monoxide that may impact the condition of human's body and the environment. So, now let's move on to discussing the challenges faced in managing air pollution. Ms. Nisa, may I ask for your opinions?
Yes, sure. One major challenge is identifying and reducing pollution sources. Multiple origins contribute to air pollution, including industries, power plants, transportation, residential activities, agriculture, and natural causes like dust storm and wood fires. Determining each source's impact is difficult due to their wide range. Different sources release varying types and amount of pollutants, necessitating tailored control strategies. Moreover, emerging industries like cryptocurrency mining, and electronic waste recycling may introduce new and unrecognized sources of pollution, further complicating the identification process.
So, are there any challenges faced in managing air pollution?
Another challenge lies in raising public awareness. Raising awareness about air pollution among the public is significant challenge. It is complex issue with various contaminants, sources and consequences. Public engagement is hindered by a lack of interest and understanding. Simplifying the complexities of air pollution while conveying its seriousness requires effective communication techniques.
I agree with Miss Nisa. So it is crucial for people to recognize the long-term effects of air pollution, even though it is invisible and odorless, making it difficult to motivate action. Addressing this issue promptly is essential to avoid the future consequences.
Other than that, financial and technological limitations also hinder effective management. Implementing pollution mitigation techniques and technologies often requires substantial financial investments. For example, installing emission control equipment or transitioning to cleaner energy sources can incur significant upfront costs. Limited financial resources can hinder the adoption of these measures, especially in poorer countries or small-scale enterprises that may struggle to afford such investments.
Thank you, panelists 1 and 2, for your opinions. Now, I am able to see clearly why it is challenging for us to manage the air pollution in our country. However, every problem must have a solution. So, without wasting our time, I would like to welcome to our panel discussion on the pressing issue of open burning and its detrimental effect on the environment. So, we do have a panel of experts, which is Miss Hani, who will share her insights on the risk management cycle to overcome those challenges. It consists of risk identification, assessment, mitigation, and monitoring strategy. Let's start into the discussion. So, Miss Hani, the first step in the risk management cycle is risk identification. Will you shed some light on the risks associated with open burning and its impact on the environment?
Okay, thank you, moderator. So, risk identification will allow us to identify and analyze potential threats such as open burning, industrial emission, and vehicle exhaust. So, for the selected issue, which is open burning, the open burning poses significant risk to both the ecosystem and human health. So, it releases the toxic gases such as nitrogen oxide, sulfur dioxide, and also carbon monoxide, which into the atmosphere. So these pollutants can contaminate the air, soil and also water, which is harming the both plant and animals. So additionally, the residue from open burning can penetrate into our lung and also the food chain, which is can affect the human health when they consume the food.
Indeed, Miss Honey, the risks associated with the open burning are not limited to the environmental impact alone. They extend to the human health as well. When exposed to the harmful gases emitted during the open burning, individuals may experience respiratory issues such as difficulty breathing, coughing, and also irritation. Those with a pre-existing respiratory condition are particularly vulnerable.
Thank you for highlighting those risks, Miss Hani and Miss Atika. Now, let's move on to risk assessment. How can we quantify and rank the risks associated with open burning?
So the risk assessment is crucial in the step of risk management process, which is to understand the severity and the likelihood of open burning risk. So by analyzing the data and conducting the qualitative or quantitative analysis, we can better comprehend the potential impact on human health and the environment. So this will allow us to categorize the risks based on their severity, likelihood, and also the potential long-term environmental harm.
I agree, Ms. Hani. It's important to inform the public, government authorities, and other stakeholders about the risks associated with open burning. Raising awareness about the consequences and impacts on human health and the environment is crucial in developing effective risk mitigation strategies.
Excellent point, Miss Hani and Miss Nisa. Moving on to risk mitigation, What actions can be taken to reduce the risk posed by open burning?
So risk mitigation involves implementing measures to reduce or eliminate risk. So risk mitigation strategy should focus on behavioral change and responsible waste management. So encouraging the citizen to adopt alternative waste disposal method such as recycling or proper waste segregation can significantly minimize the emissions from open burning. So adding to that, stringent regulations and their enforcement are vital in risk mitigation. So the government itself must establish clear prohibition on open burning and impose strict penalties on offenders. So this will create a deterrent and also ensure to comply with the environmentally responsible practices.
Thank you for emphasizing the importance of regulations and behavioral change. Lastly, let's discuss risk monitoring. How can we continuously track and evaluate the risks associated with open burning?
So risk monitoring is the last step in the risk management process, which is the ongoing process that involves collecting and analyzing relevant data. So risk monitoring include to monitor the types of material burned, conducting air quality measurement, and also evaluate the frequency and severity of open burning incident. So by staying vigilant, we as an organization can identify emerging trends, assess the effectiveness of risk mitigation measure, and also make necessary adjustment as required. So by continuously monitoring the risk, we can ensure that our risk management strategy remain aligned with the evolving challenges of air pollution.
I completely agree, Miss Hani. So, regular reviews and monitoring enable organizations to remain proactive in managing open burning risk. So, this allows for timely intervention, ensuring that risk exposure is minimized and that the implemented risk management system remain effective.
Thank you all panelists for sharing your valuable insights on the risk management cycle related to open burning and its implication to air pollution. Your expertise highlight the importance of a comprehensive approach in addressing air pollution issues from various angles. It seems we have covered some important aspects of air pollution today. Before we conclude, does anyone have any final suggestion? Please raise your hand to let me know.
In my opinion, I do think I agree with all the risk and also the how we mitigate the risk, especially regarding the selected issue which is open burning. So I think that's all in my opinion. I do agree with all the explanation. What about you guys? Do you agree?
Yes, we agree about all the opinion, uh, and we have no question. Uh,
Thank you for all the opinion. So, we have come to the end of our forum on air pollution. I would like to thank our panelists and audience members for their time, active participation, and valuable contributions in today's discussion on air pollution. Your ideas are greatly appreciated. Remember, addressing air pollution requires the collective efforts of government, business, communities, and also individuals. So, let's join hands in taking steps to raise awareness, promote sustainable practice, and also advocate for stricter regulations to ensure a cleaner and healthier environment for future generations. That's all for me. Thank you.